We are back live now at the Atlantic City Convention Center, where today's boxing action has concluded with Bobby Chaz's sixth-round technical knockout of Jim McDonald. ABC Sports presents Coors Professional Boxing, and Chaz retains his IBF light heavyweight championship. Not a terribly competitive fight, but an impressive and well-rounded performance by Chaz, who showed cool, calculated discipline, punching power, and the ability to effectively finish his man when he had him in trouble. Down the road for Chaz, as I've mentioned before, the hope of trying to unify the light heavyweight division. And now we get a chance to move on to other things. So much has been written and said about Ray Leonard in recent weeks as a result of his comeback victory over Marvin Hagler that we thought we might give you a good opportunity here to focus attention on, Alex, one of the greatest fights of the last 10, 15, 20 years, however many years you want to specify in boxing. Took place on September 16, 1981. Unification of the welterweight division between two champions. Leonard was 30-1 coming into the bout and had just 10 months before avenged the only loss of his career in the No-Mas fight with Roberto Duran. Hearns 32-0 coming in, 30 knockouts, and Alex, an aura of invincibility as you were at ringside in Vegas that night.
Jim, it was the most eagerly anticipated fight since a decade earlier. Ali fought Frazier for the first time. Coming into the fight, Leonard had the reputation as the consummate boxer, the intelligent boxer, the man who had outsmarted Roberto Duran. Thomas Hearns was the hitman. He was considered the devastating puncher. He was the guy who was going to come in and knock your head off. As you'll see, those reputations didn't hold up in the ring. There are two statistics to remember, Jim. One, that under the television lights that night in Las Vegas, it was 110 degrees, and Thomas Hearns enjoyed an 8-inch reach advantage.
We're going to pick up the action in round 4. What happened in the first 3 rounds?
Well, in the rounds 1 and 2, Tommy Hearns just boxed, moved, outscored Ray Leonard, intimidated him a little bit, it looked like. It looked like Ray Leonard had heard about the reputation for punching power and had a lot of respect for Hearns. Hearns won those 2 rounds on all the judges' scorecards. In round 3, Ray said, I better start setting myself. I better get competitive. It was a very, very close round. Leonard won on 2 scorecards, and Thomas Hearns won on the other one.
This is memorable stuff. Let's go back to September 16, 1981. We will pick it up with round 4. The voice that you hear on the tape is that of the man who called the fight, Howard Cosell.
The bell has rung for round 4 as we jump you from ringside in Las Vegas. Sugar Ray Leonard, left of your screen. Thomas Hearns, right. 3rd round. First time that Sugar Ray Leonard began to become aggressive. He did it midway through the round. He startled Hearns, I think, at that point with his aggressiveness. Scored a good combination, then scored several more blows. Hearns responded, but not as frequently or as effectively, I don't think, as Leonard. I scored the 3rd round for Leonard. Now we are 45 seconds into round 4. See Leonard with that intense face, picking off Hearns' blows from long range with his glove. They're back to cautious fighting again here in round 4. Leonard tried to get to the midsection, but you saw how quickly he covered. That's the problem, fighting this peculiarly constructed man with that big reach advantage and with the tremendous punching power. You must never leave yourself unprotected. This round is in the pattern of the 2nd round. Thomas Hearns, the aggressor. Both fighters fighting warily. Leonard scoring well there for the first time in the round. 50 seconds left in round 4. Leonard with a good right as Hearns dropped his left. it into an inside exchange. 15 seconds left in the fourth round. Hearns with a good right. Hearns with a long right to the chest. Hearns missing with a right, and then trying to pour in. It's the end of round
4. Raise your hand.
You got it.
Raise your hand.
You know it. You feel confident, secure.
Raise your hand.
You feel dry now.
Raise your hand.
You know why now.
Raise your hand if you're sure.
Confident, confident, dry and secure.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're sure.
Tonight, this place will be filled. People will be watching movies and not watching what they're eating. Pretty soon, it'll come back to haunt them.
My tummy hurts.
Mine too. That chili dog.
Don't worry, we've got Pepto at home.
Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, it soothes heartburn and upset stomach, as well as diarrhea.
I thought we left the monster back at the movies.
It's only
Pepto-Bismol. The one that coats is the only one you need.
Monday,
Well, you can't expect me to turn that into a singer.
Sylvester Stallone's Turnin' Country with Dolly Parton. Anything goes in Rhinestone Monday.
If your car leans toward the high performance, we suggest that before the performance starts, you get Gulf Super Unleaded, the high-octane gasoline with high-tech tech relief. It cleans complete intake systems, including fuel injectors, to allow your car to perform at its best. High-octane and high-tech tech relief mean high performance. Gulf Super Unleaded. Unlock the power.
Their killing power is unquestionable. They're put together for one reason and one reason only, and that is to kill life. They're in our foods, our homes, and our business.
I know of one family that their home was contaminated by chlordane. They ended up bulldozing the home.
And yet today, as lethal as they are, the control of dangerous pesticides is often dangerously out of control. Monday on 24 Action News at 6 and 10, reporter Keith Elkins begins an investigation on the use and abuse of over-the-counter poison, pesticides, toxic time bombs. 24 KVUE-TV, Austin.
Before we continue with Leonard Hearns, we remind you that coming up next on ABC Sports is Mutual of Omaha's Spirit of Adventure, an American expedition to the first attempt ever to raft China's dangerous Upper Yangtze River. The conclusion of that historic challenge coming up next on ABC Sports. Now, we continue with our recap coverage from the fight 6 years ago between Leonard and Hearns. Hearns dominated round 5 again with his boxing skills, and we pick up round 6 with Hearns leading in the bout.
Bell just sounded for round 6. We're at ringside, Las Vegas, Nevada. Leonard against Hearns. Many of the experts around here, they didn't think it would go this long. That's how confident they were in the late going that Hearns would quickly dispose of Leonard. He may dispose of Leonard, but that kid is a great athlete. Sugar Ray Leonard. Good left by Hearns. If I had to pick one compelling factor in the fight thus far, it clearly, as you watch this fight, has to be the Hearns edge in reach. The ability to force the fight. So far, I see no evidence that Hearns was, in fact, overtrained. Then remember that ring is about 110 degrees in there. Leonard has not yet found a way to get to Hearns consistently. Oh, now Leonard hurt Hearns. And Leonard is trying to get at him. Leonard is now giving it to Hearns, and Hearns is hurt. Now Hearns is posturing, showing his mouthpiece. But no question he was hurt. He was a little bit staggered. Now he's trying to fight back. It came from nowhere. We've got 30 seconds left in the 6th round. And this time, Leonard has really become the aggressor in the fight. He hurt him again with the left. He's got Hearns hurt. Hearns has not had this happen to him. Look at him. With the end of the round at hand.
Take good care of your car, but forget your brakes. Might as well do this. Keep it running like a top, but neglect your brakes? Might as well get it over with now. Bendix brakes pass tougher tests than any law requires, so think about Bendix. But ignore your brakes? Okay. Bendix brakes. The sooner, the better.
Last Thursday night at the Silver Bullet.
Hey, guys, somebody lost their little black book.
He'll be back. My Coors Light, Sal?
Pat Martin, 2 stars.
Pat Martin.
Terry Tarrant, 3 stars.
Tarrant, is that with 2 R's?
Barbara Barlow, 5 stars.
Excuse me. I lost my address book. Thanks.
Anybody got an eraser?
No slowing down with the Silver Bullet tonight.
Indy's coveted pole position. It's up for grabs as top drivers go all out at the Indy 500 time trials live. Then live coverage continues with Shearson Lehman Brothers Tournament of Champions Tennis. And on ABC's Wide World of Sports, legendary diving great Greg Louganis heads a world-class field in an international competition live. Plus one of horse racing's most prestigious events, the Grand National Steeplechase. All Saturday on ABC Sports.
Not yet. I'm cooking. Turn me over. I'm done on this side. Yeah.
Round 7, Las Vegas, Nevada. This capacity crowd standing as one as Sugar Ray Leonard, for the first time in the fight, clearly took over in the 6th round and had Hearns staggered, not once but twice, with telling left hook. Now Hearns coming right back, and Leonard's going to learn one thing. There's no quitting Tommy Hearns, and he's going to be steadily careful. Again, I see no evidence that Hearns was, in fact, overtrained, and that punching power is still lodged there. Yet Leonard appears ready to risk aggression now, where he would not do it until the 6th round. He knew he had Hearns hurt. It was the feeling in Leonard's corner that had the last round gone another 30 seconds, Leonard could have put him away. But that's a feeling in a corner for their fight. That doesn't mean it's true. Leonard's left eye appears puffy under the eye. Leonard scoring again, getting Hearns with the left hook. Hearns backing off to the rope. Sugar Ray Leonard with much better punching power than he has ever been credited for. Hearns pushing him on. How this fight came alive. Last round. Never dreamed it would be toe-to-toe. And look at Hearns. He almost went down. He almost went down. Leonard pouring it on him. Hearns' arms appear to be tired. His fists are being carried low. Hearns in the corner. Hearns holding leaning all over Leonard, trying to collect himself, get himself together. We have less than a minute to go in round 7. Giving it to Hearns in the belly. Hearns is left, low. Using the belly to bring that guard down even further. Using that left uppercut from time to time. Something he failed to do against Wilfred Benitez, but is doing here tonight. Ray now looking for the opportunity. If he tries to load up, he's crazy. He should just keep working the opponent the way he has been. There's the right lead. Hearns again holding on. Davy Pearl separating the fighters. There's the right lead again. And the end of the round is here.
What's this, tough guy?
Aftershave skin conditioner.
I know. I thought I was the only guy with sensitive skin.
Every time I shave, I get it right here.
What do you fellas use? Because shaving irritates my whole face.
After. Try it.
It looks different.
Oh, it's rich. It's a lotion.
After soothes razor scrape sensitive skin.
Hey, this feels great. And smells good, too. Terrific.
Sensible care for sensitive skin. Aftershave Skin Conditioner.
By Menon.
Mom, send $500 soon, or there won't be a honeymoon.
I'm calling about your son, Jerome. Better send money. He wants to go home.
早く送ってくれないか。スピード違反でパクられた。To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 10,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less. Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
Sunday, it's a celebration of motherhood with some of your favorite sports stars. Eric Dickerson, Steve Garvey, Greg Louganis, Walter Payton, Ozzie Smith, Danny Sullivan, and Vinny Testaverde. Carol Burnett and her daughter host superstars and their moms tonight.
We bring you back live to Atlantic City, New Jersey as ABC Sports presents Coors Professional Boxing, and we continue now with our look back at Leonard Hearns. Again, I'm Jim Lampley with Alex Wallow. And Alex, as we get ready to skip ahead now from round 7 to round 11, there was a fascinating role reversal that took place in the middle rounds of that fight.
Well, as you saw in 6 and 7, Ray Leonard was the stalker and Tommy Hearns was the quarry. He was the game. He was running away. One interesting thing to remember before we move along, Jim, none of the 3 judges gave Sugar Ray Leonard a 10-8 round in either the 6th or the 7th, even though he seemed to dominate them totally. In the 8th round, Ray was tired, obviously tired from all the energy he'd expended in trying to knock out Thomas Hearns. He had to really wind down in that round to gather himself. He allowed Thomas Hearns to get back in the fight. Leonard won the 8th on 2 out of the 3 judges' scorecards. But in the 9th and 10th, although very few meaningful blows were landed, Thomas Hearns outboxed Ray Leonard. He got up on his toes, he moved around, he used the ring, and he won rounds 9 and 10. So remember, because he so dominated the first 5, Thomas Hearns was in the driver's seat in terms of the scorecards going into round 11.
All right, let's go ahead now and move forward to round 11.
Thomas Hearns not sweating a lot. Maybe that's a result of paring down to 145 pounds. Sugar Ray Leonard, swollen under the left arm. Still possessed of his vision. No blood flow from above an eye to impair vision. Time perhaps to put this fight into perspective. Suddenly, a reversal of roles. That was because of Manny Stewart's instructions to Hearns after the 7th round. You've got to become the boxer, he said, and Hearns has done exactly that. Showing excellent movement, using his reach advantage, and all in all, giving Sugar Ray Leonard what for in a way that Leonard never expected. Now here, in the 11th round, it is more of same. Leonard, the stalker, Hearns, the boxer. Good right by Hearns. Interesting to see Thomas Hearns in this light. far more complete fighter than he had ever been taken. I thought Leonard was briefly stung at the end of the fourth round. But the real damage was done in the 6th, 7th, and 8th against Hearns by Leonard. Now Hearns is fighting a good round. His technique is beginning to work for him. 9th and 10th rounds, little if anything happened. Now Hearns, you see him, taking charge. Not the kind of fight everyone expected. Hearns is beginning to get confident again, beginning to get aggressive. That left eye of Leonard is fallen like a butterball, but it's underneath. Now Hearns, with renewed confidence, is taking chances, becoming aggressive, and he is dominating the action in round 11. He got hurt then, Leonard. You saw that combination. It landed. And Hearns appears a different fighter. Tell you this, Hearns shows absolutely no sign of fatigue. Leonard trying to get to the belly again. But Leonard made wary by that combination fought by Hearns.
I came for your low-priced muffler. This is the one. It's some bargain. Guaranteed to grab you. $18, right?
Oh, it won't fit your car. For your car, it's going to cost more.
Did you have a bad dream, honey?
I'm going to go to Midas. Save yourself the nightmare. Get the right muffler for the right price. Midasite.
One memorable night.
Thanks, Rob.
At the Silver Bullet.
Hey, you're Don Adams, right?
Yes. One Coors Light, please.
Would you believe? 2 Coors Lights.
Great.
Ring, ring. Hello? It's for you, Don.
Terrific.
Thanks. Mind if I join you?
Mind if I pour?
Not at all. Missed it by that much.
There's no slowing down with the Silver Bullet tonight.
Just it.
1,000 miles of untamed danger. An American rafting team makes an historic challenge on China's treacherous Yangtze River. Their goal to be the first ever to successfully navigate this incredible course. Catch the dramatic conclusion on Mutual of Omaha's Spirit of Adventure. Next on ABC Sports.
All right, now you've seen through the 11th round in Leonard Hearns from the 16th of September, 1981. Alex, as we get ready to jump ahead to the 2 climactic rounds in the bout, what do you remember about round 12?
Well, I remember in round 11, as you just saw, that Hearns' confidence was peaking. I mean, he thought he was in control of the fight, and he began to go flat-footed. It was that confidence that he showed again right through round 12. Flat-footed, the crowd was chanting, Tommy, Tommy. And you could just see Tommy Hearns in the corner swelling up. I mean, all of a sudden, instead of being a boxer, Thomas Hearns reverted to the hitman. He wanted to knock Ray Leonard out, and that was the thing that caused his downfall.
Now we go ahead to round 13.
Come on, Ray. Better be quicker. We're not taking away from him, okay? Come on.
The bell for round 13. Leonard's left eye in terrible condition. Perhaps an internal hemorrhage beneath the eye. It's that swollen. Looks that way. Telltale words from Angie Dundee to Leonard. Son, you are blowing. You've got to start to fire again. You let him off the hook. You let him get away. You are blowing this fight. And Hearns, the clear aggressor. The slip of thought. Don't even take note. I'll tell you, no matter who wins or loses, a pair of truly great fighters for any age, fighting in this intense heat. Neither one giving quarter. It would have been so easy for Hearns to have quit in the 6th and 7th round, especially in this heat. But no, his corner, Emmanuel Stewart, change your style, become the box. And Hearns did, and he's still bouncing on those feet. The 145 weight that he came in at, totally misleading in terms of being overtrained. Ever a fighter showed stamina under oppressive conditions. Hearns has done that. Leonard trying to get back. Hearns hurt. Hearns hurt. Hearns ready to go. Oh, look at those. Look at that hand speed. All those unanswered throws. Hearns is ready to go. And indeed he goes through the rope. He said that was no knockdown. Davy Pearl, I believe, said that was not a knockdown. I've got to get the word from Davy Pearl on that. Hearns fighting back, but suddenly from nowhere, the courage that is Sugar Ray Leonard. Some television creation. Hearns running for his life now. Only 30 seconds left in the round. It is the 13th round. And Ray falls upon some inner resource. And he is trying to put him away. And Hearns is virtually defenseless, holding now. And Hearns does not go down. The ropes keep him up. 5 seconds left. This time it's a knockdown, and there's no saving by the bell. Now the round is over. It went past the bell.
Fuss with shampoo and conditioner? Who needs it? I want to wash my hair and go. And now I can. With new Pert Plus. Complete shampoo plus complete conditioner in one bottle. Pert Plus leaves my hair clean, conditioned, and looking terrific. Before I get results this good, I use shampoo and conditioner. No more. Now, with Pert Plus, I just wash and go.
New Pert Plus. Shampoo plus complete conditioner in one.
Soon this street will be teeming with people, tasting exotic foods from all over the world.
Thank you. Is it good?
Good and spicy.
Now Anne is about to experience a problem that's universal.
I've got heartburn. Can you beat that?
As a matter of fact, I can.
Pepto for heartburn?
Sure.
As Pepto coats, it soothes heartburn, as well as upset stomach and diarrhea.
I didn't know you could conquer.
I can.
Pepto-Bismol, the one that coats, is the only one you need.
Now an aerial look at the arena. The crowd beside itself, waiting for the bell for round 14. Question, can Hearns survive? Tommy back to his boxing costume. Quickly, Hearns bouncing again, boxing. But all the punching damage in this fight, or nearly so, has been done by Sugar Ray Leonard. This fight, I gotta see how they saw this fight. Because Hearns has won a lot of rounds.
Get your hands on it.
Two great fighters. Just great. Leonard turned desperate, threw caution to the wind. Utterly surprised Hearns in the last round, in the 13th. And the net result was, in my book, 2 knockdowns, only one officially given by Davy Pearl. But he could not floor Hearns officially until that second knockout. Look at that! Hearns rubbery leg. Leonard has him. He knows it. Hearns is ready to go. He's asking Davy Pearl to stop the fight. Look at that. Sugar Ray Leonard proving to everybody who's ever watched boxing that here, yes, is an athlete. A minute 40 seconds into the 14th round. And he is teeing off on her. That's it. Sugar Ray Leonard has won by a technical knockout in the 14th round, about a minute 45 seconds into the round. He is delirious with joy. He has every right to be. If ever a man proves himself, this man did.
Still waiting for that part on your lawnmower engine? Next time, make it a Briggs & Stratton engine and our 25,000 fully stocked parts and service centers all across America. Briggs & Stratton, the power in power equipment. Listen to the sound of a closer, smoother shave. Williams Electric Shave sets up my beard, so my shaver shaves closer, and I get a smoother shave. Listen to Williams Electric Shave. The sound of a closer, smoother shave. After work at the Silver Bullet.
She ain't coming. She'll be here. Will you just take it easy? She ain't coming.
Relax. Have a Coors Light. She's just a little late.
No, she ain't coming.
Look, what time did you tell her to meet you?
8?
8. So she's an hour late. No big deal. You know, Friday night traffic.
Friday night? Man, I told her Thursday night.
She ain't coming. No slowing down with the Silver Bullet tonight.
All right, now we are back live once again at ringside in Atlantic City. As ABC Sports presents Coors Professional Boxing, you've had a chance to look back 6 years at Leonard Hearns. Alex, final reflections on that great bout.
Well, I think that bout proved once and for all that Ray Leonard was not just a creation of television, that he was a legitimate fighter with tremendous heart in addition to his boxing skills. His eye was closing. I don't know how much longer he could have gone on. There are two things which interest me in retrospect about the fight, Jim. One is that only the last round, the 13th round, the last one that was scored a 10-8 round for Sugar Ray Leonard. The second thing is that Thomas Hearns was in such total command of the fight that if he could have avoided a knockout or a 2-point round, he would have gone on to win that fight on points if he could have avoided a knockout. Now, the other thing is, if it had been a 12-round fight, as the WBC limit is now, Thomas Hearns would have been the winner because he was ahead on points after 12 rounds.
Indeed, he had been dancing around the ring long before Davy Pearl got a chance to stop it. There's considerable speculation now as to whether or not Leonard and Hearns will get together again. One man who wants Hearns very badly, though, is Bobby Ches, who today defended his IBF light heavyweight championship here in Atlantic City. Let's take a look back at action from round 5. Well, the biggest win of McDonald's career was over Willie Edwards. Ches also has a knockout of Willie Edwards on his record, but Edwards was able to stagger Ches many times in that brief bout. McDonald hasn't been able to do it.
Technically, Edwards handed Ches the only knockdown of his career at the end of round 1 in that fight. Referee, he didn't actually go down. He bounced off the ropes, but in between rounds, the referee called it a knockdown. Low blow there. And again, another warning by the referee, Tony Orlando. McDonald bending over.
McDonald absorbing an awful lot of punishment.
And unlike his other fights, you just saw him bounce off the ropes. He wasn't even looking to counter with that right hand. He just fell into a clinch. Just come up completely empty.
Blood beginning to trickle now from both nostrils to Jim McDonald. His nose was broken in the Sphinx fight. Indeed, he entered the Sphinx fight, he says, with a broken nose. Could be that it has given way again.
He had some physical problems in training for this fight with his ear that broke up his training a little bit, but he claims that he recovered from that and he's fine. Great physical condition. As we said earlier, the best physical condition in his life.
Solid right hand by Ches. Follows it up. Another right.
And that right hand hurt. And that one did too.
Stoppage came at 37 seconds of the 6th round. That's the way the bout looked as the 5th round came to an end. We have here the official scorecards. All three judges had Bobby Ches well ahead at the time of the stoppage. He was given 10-8 rounds by one judge in the 5th round, and by one of the judges in the fourth round. All the rest of the rounds won 10-9 by Chez as he completely dominated the bout. And what do you see down the road now for Chez, Alex?
Well, from Bobby Chez's point of view, he'd love to see Thomas Hearns or the winner of the Marvin Johnson-Leslie Stewart fight, which we'll be televising in our next boxing telecast May 23rd, live from Trinidad for the WBA version of the light heavyweight championship. The big money is Thomas Hearns. Whether Thomas Hearns, who we just saw in action with Sugar Ray Leonard, goes into that rumored rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard remains to be seen. The Hearns people are very eager for that match. The Leonard people hadn't been heard from yet.
And, of course, inherent in that particular situation is the question of whether Hearns now sees himself as a light heavyweight or as a middleweight. It would be tough, would it not, for him to come back down to 160?
When we saw him win the light heavyweight championship,